how I got here, because I tell people what I do all the time, and they're like, how did you decide to do that? That seems really sad and really depressing. But I mean, it's been like the best decision for me, and for, you know, my whole thing, and my goal is to help people before there's a problem. So that's the wonderful thing about my practice area, is that I'm meeting with families before there's a problem. And as you can imagine, the clientele is different, right? It's just a different experience, and I really, really enjoy it. And believe me, the clients that are doing this kind of stuff are the kind of clients I want to be working with. They're responsible, they're proactive, it's amazing. So wish more people would do this stuff, but hopefully with your help, we'll get more people in the doors. I did go to Hampton. Yeah, majored in. Oh, good.
Hampton Institute.
Yeah. So yeah, Hampton University grad. Majored in journalism. So I had and I born and raised here, so that might give you some context. I wanted to be the next Monica Kaufman. She was Kaufman at the time. But I wanted to be that. And so majored in journalism at Hampton. And actually really loved the radio. So had a radio show there for 3 years. Just really loved it. Then time came, I looked at my loans, and I started to get job offers. And I said to myself, this isn't going to work out. You're not making enough money, and you have a lot of loans. So what else can you possibly do with this degree? So one of the great things with going to a small college is that obviously you have great relationships with your professors. And I had 2 professors, both in the poli-sci department, who pulled me aside and said, you should really think about law school. And through their mentorship, I did, and went to University of Georgia School of Law. But again, with every intention of being in the courtroom, right? So I was going to use this journalism degree to kill them in the courtroom. And did really, really good in law school, did all the mock trials and court competitions, did a great job at it. Got a job at a firm in Midtown where all we did was litigation. And I'm thinking, I've made it. 3 months into it, I'm like, this sucks, right? Really, really bad, because it's not what I thought it was going to be. Number one, I'm representing insurance companies and corporations. And my idea was with my clients is that I was going to be their trusted advisor. So anytime they had a question or concern, they could call me. But these insurance companies and corporations, number one, they're so big. And number two, they knew they were getting an invoice at the end of the month every time they would call or send me an email. So needless to say, there were no relationships. So I'm in my 4th year of practice, still doing this, still very, very sad to be doing it. And my aunt that took great care of me in Athens has a stroke. And still to this day, I cannot believe how much it literally turned our family upside down, right? So my mother and I and my father, we're trying to figure out some things for my aunt. I remember one day we were just trying to pay her Georgia Power bill, and Georgia Power would not talk to us, okay? We didn't have a power of attorney. Just trying to do little small things to help her out ended up being impossible. And so for me, things clicked, because I always thought of estate planning for people who, hey, you got a lot of money, you got a lot of assets. Not thinking about estate planning really is for everyone. You know, we have to plan for disability, and obviously we have to plan for death. So that's how I got here, and made the transition over because I definitely saw a need in our community specifically for this kind of